Education brings out our hidden ability. Education brings out our hidden ability. Modern method technology developed in the city. Modern method technology developed in the city. It is the powerful weapon always leads to bright. It is the powerful weapon always leads to bright. Other beings can do nothing. Human marks wrong and right. Other beings can do nothing. Human marks wrong and right. Human is the greatest being due to education. Human is the greatest being due to education. Be honest and show good manner, done so over fashion. Be honest and show good manner, done so over fashion. Hello, warm greeting everyone. It's me, Jivan Dhakal. As usual, today we are again here for the discussion. Okay, today we have our uh, special guest for today and the English language teacher and Tara Chandra Yogi. Without doing delay, I would like to welcome our Tara sir. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Today, again, we are here for the discussion about the issue related to teaching and learning related to education. Okay. The subject matter for today is education. So, education, we are going to talk about education. What is education? Okay. And what is the role of education in the society? Okay. And what role can the education play in the society? Okay. And what role can the education play for the employment of the in the society also? Employment also. Okay. That is also the one subject matter for today. Okay. And next also we will discuss the form of the education. Okay. How the education is given to the people. Okay. There are so many forms. There are so many kinds of education also. We will discuss on that matter. Okay. And next subject matter we discuss is that and how is education related to bad practice, evil practice in the society. We know that there are so many bad practice which are evil practice, okay, happening in the society. How the education is related with those subject matters, okay, and what role can the education play for eradicating those or removing those evil practice, okay. And without doing any delay, I would like to start our discussion. Okay. And before that, I would like to request our guest, the special guest for today, our English language teacher. Okay. Our respected personality, Tara Chandra Yogi, for introducing in short.
Well, thank you very much. It's myself, Tara Chandra Yogi, from right now Kolpur 3, Madan Chowk. And I'm a teacher. I teach up to 11 and 12 classes. I was studied in India, and I have done MA, B.Ed, and I have done some trainings too. And I'm quite fine. I am with the students. I like teaching job. English is my favorite subject. I want to get more practice just through listening others and talking with others. This much. Thank you.
And
Yes.
without doing delay, I would like to that enter in the question. Okay. And are you ready, sir?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. And different people define education from different view. Okay. And what is education? How do you define education in your own view or in your own perspective?
You say that education is not a new word. Everybody knows about it. But I would just like to get a summary. Education is a process, it's a long process that runs throughout the life. It is related with learning, teaching activities. Education is to learn something new, and a man learns from different sources. Okay? So it's not a very easy task or easy work to get education. But education in modern time has become a little bit more expensive as well, and learning teaching activities because of the overpopulation, I think, and because of some stupidity of some people too. and due to some corruption as well, I think education has become very expensive for a common person, because for getting education a man needs many things. For example, a man needs to pay the fee, to buy the books, and in so many other things are required. So education is in common way uh, a source of getting information and knowledge. This is a long process that runs throughout the life. This much.
Okay, sir. We know that education is very important in human life. Why is the education important in human life? What is your view on
Yes,
this?
yes. The education, informally, everybody knows that education is required for human beings,
Mhm.
uh, because education is the source. It is a means of raising human life to its higher level. Education trains our mind and body, character both. So education is a training for the coming uh, coming generations, coming
Mhm.
days.
Mhm.
If a man is educated,
Mhm.
he achieves one kind of capacity and ability to differentiate what is wrong, what is right, what is good, what is bad. And for an educated person, it is not difficult to find out the main aim of a person, intention of the person. If you are educated, you will very easily find out what is going on with you and what is to be done in coming future. Education is a light that keeps you bright from inside. If you're a highly trained person, if you are uh, very nicely educated in a real sense, then I don't think you will be disturbed anywhere. Nobody can confuse you, because education gives you knowledge. Knowledge keeps you enlightened from inside your body, in your heart. Your mind is never disturbed, never confused. But if you are semi-literate, if your education is not complete, if you are just reading or getting education for certificates, then I can't say. Otherwise, if you are really educated, you will never be confused. And this is why education is very much important for human life. It keeps you far from different things. Education is related with your life, with your education, with your economy, with your society, with your physical health. So it touches everything. If you are really educated, I'm sure you will never be confused. That's why education is very much important.
Thank you, sir. And in our society, in the teaching system, okay, we see that the education is transformed or given through different modes or different what?
Mhm.
Different
Yes.
to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
mode. Yes. And
Mhm.
how is the education classified? Or how can we what to say classify the mode of education?
Classified.
Yeah, mode of education.
Yes. You see, one who is regularly going to school and
Mhm.
or has got education up to
Mhm.
B.Ed level, Bachelor of Education.
Mhm.
For those people, it is not difficult to classify or the mode of educations. But
Mhm.
generally, for general information for people,
Mhm.
I'm not telling any new thing, but what I have come to know that they are of two kinds, two forms. One is formal education, and another is informal education. And here, formal and informal, they are different forms of education, mode of education, or we can say kind of education. And one another is distant education too. So, but they are. I suppose that that is also informal, because distant education does not have very strict rules and regulations. This is. Is there any question? What is formal education? What is informal, like that, or is enough?
Yes, yes, yes. No, yes, you told that the formal education, non-formal education, and next informal education. Yes, yes. Am I right, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And which one of them is better, sir?
Look, a formal education means uh, strict and regular kind of study. In formal education, what happens? A man who wants to study has to go. First of all, has to get admission, has to select the schools, and has to pay for money, has to study regularly. His presence also supposes to be regular. In the same way, in formal education, a man has to appear in the examination, and after his examination, the candidate gets certificates. And in formal education, there is an institution. A student has to live inside that boundary. So many students regulation, and that is one systematic as well. So for that, a man has to pay finance too. Well, so this way, that is formal education. So informal means there is not any strict rules. Okay, no, nobody is to guide you strictly physically. So, and that is random. So better to formal education is better. That's why people are running here and there, and alert and active and intelligent family parents are investing a lot of money on their children's formal education. So it's very clear. Formal education is far better than informal education or any kind of other education, because you get certificate, you get certified. That is, you have got notes, you have got system. That is.
Okay, sir, that is, you are right. Okay. And we don't deeply talk about the mode of education. Mainly, we see that there are some of the problem in the society. Okay. There are some of the evil practice, bad practice in the society. Okay. Which mainly leads society in the, what to say, darkness. Okay. And like this also, there is also the society of, what to say, Doris system also, maybe there is also, okay. There are also so many bad that system, untouchability, Thaupadi system. There are so many evil practice, bad practice in the society. Okay, how those bad practice or the evil practice are related to the education in our society? What is your point on this matter?
Well, very nice. Yes, your question is really very much admirable and praiseworthy, because a man cannot live without society. A man is a social animal. I don't believe, or I can't imagine that a man can live without society. So a society is a required institution. So and all the activities, either they are good practices or bad practices, they all are related with society. So society means with the member of the society, and with the member of society means human beings. And human beings means education is also related with human beings. You will rarely find a highly trained and wise educated person doing something wrong. He always opposes the wrong practices, whether it is Thaupadi, whether it is other, for example, drinking, smoking, gambling, child marriage, whatever is there. If an educated, highly trained, and real educated person is there, he will definitely speak against these bad practices, ill practices of our society. So it means what happened? These all the ill practices which are privileged in our society are due to uneducation, due to illiteracy, and mostly uneducated people believe in these things, and they do. Otherwise, I don't find. I have been doing this so many years. I'm still here in my house too. In other developed society, you can say there is not this kind of any kind, this kind of anything there, this kind of any belief. There is Thaupadi like that. I think a few literate person only will be believing on these things. Otherwise, if a man is really educated, he or she will never believe in these wrong social evils. So education is directly related with it. If you educate these people, if education reaches up to the hilly areas, up to the remote areas, then they will definitely filter themselves. They will filter their heart. They will filter their manners. They will filter their thinkings, and later on what will happen, they will definitely stop it, and they will stop it, and they will try to eradicate them or finish them from the society. So this way education is totally related with these ill practices in our society. I don't think an educated person who is really educated will be smoking openly, will be drinking openly, will be supporting gambling. No educated person support these things. They all oppose and or speak against them. They are always against them. This way, education is related with evil practices. If we want to remove them, we have to educate everyone of the society. This much.
Okay,
I think
sir.
answer is full.
I would like to ask you a problem-solving question. And
Yes.
if you were a main person like the Mukhia, we can say the leader,
Yes.
or the
Yes. Yes. Yes.
person of,
Head of the society, head of the community.
oh yes, head of the society or the community,
Uh-huh.
what role would you play for eradicating or removing such bad practice or the evil practice in the society?
Yes, and that is okay. That is personal question for me,
Yeah, personally.
and because answer can be different different from person to person.
Yes. What role would you play? Not other.
Aha, that's why.
Person.
That's why. I understand what you mean to say, but
Mm-hmm.
I just want to clear it. Those two who are watching us, they should not compare themselves with me.
Mm-hmm.
अरे योगी sir तो can do higher. It's not like that. So it's my
Mm-hmm.
personal opinion. If I were the head of any community, of any society, I would definitely maintain a strict rules and regulations, because
Mm-hmm.
rules and regulations, disciplines are such things which are very much important even in our family, in our
Mm-hmm.
house.
Mm-hmm.
For example, in our culture, what we say, we should eat food with our right hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it is supposed to be little bit not good if we eat from our left hand.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so what happens in my family, I strictly, so these all things teach us that discipline and the rules and regulations are important. When we do any individual work, there too we need rules and regulation. Then how why should we not or why disciplines and these things are not required in community? Community is the collection of people. Many people are there. It's difficult to control them. That's why strict rules and regulations, disciplines are important. If
Mm-hmm.
I were the head of the community, I would first of all try to find out, recognize what are the social evils in my community. Then later on, I would try to find out the solution of those evils. And if solutions were available with me, then I would apply. Otherwise, I would definitely seek helps from some experts, some other highly trained people, how to eradicate that problems, how to solve that problem. And later on the decision, on the suggestions of those experts, I would definitely good reach to the public, to the people of my society. I would try to counsel them and showing their bad results. And later on, even if no one, or even if there is anybody who does not obey, does not follow the rules and regulations, and keeps those practicing doing, then I would manage some kind of punishments too. Because due to one person, whole society should not be polluted. If there is something that is polluting any pure thing, then we have to remove that. No? We have to remove them. Suppose if cancer is in my finger, I should not let that cancer be developed throughout my body. Tomorrow, if I don't take care, if I don't take any strong steps against that cancer, then what will happen? I will have to lose my whole body. That's why I will not hesitate to decide to cut out, to separate that finger from my that body. And that is due to that that disease. So these evil practices are the disease of our society. They are slowly, gradually eating, destroying our society. So if I were the head of any community, first of all, I would recognize the problems. Then I would try to solve this problem. I will try to counsel them. I would try to spread education as well. And even then, if there remains any rascal, then I'll take hard punishment. I'll take hard step against them, like punishment, and remove that from the society. This much I can do. I think I will. I could be able to do.
Okay, sir. And
Mm.
next question that is which is also related to the problem, which is we Nepali are facing. Okay, you are also familiar with this problem. Okay, in our
Yes.
country, especially in our country, there is problem of unemployment. Okay, and
Yeah, yeah, right.
the people are forced to go to India for doing street work. Okay, and they are forced to
Abroad.
go to foreign country, okay, Gulf country, and they are
Yes.
compelled to what to say bear the high temperature, heat temperature. Okay,
Yes, they are doing hard work there.
there is mainly unemployment problem in our country. Okay,
Yes.
and how is the education related with the unemployment and employment? How do you define? How
Yeah,
do you describe it?
relate. Yes.
How
So
they are related?
yes, yes, of course. This question is also very, very much important because we see so many young people or young generation is going outside of the country for just earning for their survival. That's very bad condition. And how I see that education and employments both are connected to each other, both are related to each other. I think you too might have seen that so many people are going outside, but many of them, many of them are either illiterate, well, or semi-literate. Yes, and just achieving certificates does not mean that you are really educated. So, but if believe in education, if you believe in the government, if you believe in the course syllabus of our country, if you are really honest, then I'm sure that about 90% people will have not to face this problem. If you see the recent result of TSC, what I see that requirements is many. Well, many teachers are required, but a few only could pass the exam. What does it mean then? It means that we are educated, but we are uneducated as well. In the sense that we have got certificates, but we don't have that capacity inside us. We are not updated. So, in TSC, in public service commissions too, you see that there are many vacancies. If you are really educated, if you really trained, then I'm sure that you can easily get chances. You can easily get those jobs. But unfortunately, I see every time that the posts are many, but a few only could be able to reach to add up that very post. And it's because of something wrong with education. This is one thing. And another thing is that okay, unemployment can be of different levels. For example, some people might say that I'm 12 class pass, and that job is of a peon, that is of the level of 8 class or 9 class. I'm 12 pass, how can I do? So that can also be one problem. That is not, the job is not according to his or him her education, but that is job. Well, no matter you are not doing, but any other body doing it. So that's not unemployment. That is employment, but you don't like it. If when you have a great what to say, imagination, when you have a big ambition, or when you become over ambitious, that also one of the reasons why people are running here and there. Otherwise, I don't think. I think so many people who have come back from other countries, from abroad, they have started here their business and earning or making good money. So, but education is very much important. So, if you are educated, definitely you will be able to establish yourself. Education does not mean that it is the guarantee of your job. Education is not just for getting job. Education raises the level of your standard of your life. It raises your life standard. It makes you intelligent. It brings wisdom in you. So you can keep open your eyes. You can be adjusted anywhere. No, that's another thing, that your employment is not giving you enough money. and this your employment or your job is unable to fulfill your that over ambitions. I'm a teacher. Look, I live in a tinder house. I mean, kacha house. So if I'm a teacher, it does not mean that I should be having 2-story, 3-story building. So, but anyway, education cannot be separated from job or from employment. Education is very much important for your employment too. This.
Okay, okay, sir. Our questions are related to how the education is related to other different aspects, like evil practice of the society, okay, unemployment
Yes.
problem of the
Mm,
society, and now
mm,
next question is also related to the problem, okay, and we see that in our society, and there are so many criminal activities are happening here, okay.
of course. Mm,
There is sexual harassment also, okay, and
mhm,
the girls are the especially the girls, children are what to say, they are sexually harassed, and they are also murdered.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
we see even everywhere, not only
mm,
sexual harassment, there are other also, okay, the people, one people kill to another people, okay,
mm,
one person
mm.
kill to another person. And
Yes.
next problem also, we see that we can also give the example of Nirmala Panta,
Nirmala Panthi,
okay,
yes.
and next
Yes.
also Bhagirathi also, okay, and
Yes.
so many girls are also harassed, and they are also murdered in the our
Mm,
society. Such type of
yes.
criminal
They are raped
activities are
also.
happening in the society, okay, and
Mm,
how the education is related with the crime.
yes. Your
Question.
question is very, very much important. The
Mhm.
importance goes to them who listen, who watch, who try to understand. Well, one
Mhm.
but who is not interested to listen anything cannot get any understand the importance of anything. But here in my case, the case which you have raised up, that's really nice, very, very much praiseworthy.
Mhm.
How education is related with crime, you mean to
Mhm.
say,
Crime.
and
Yeah.
you just gave examples of so many criminal activities in our society, for example,
Yeah.
murdering and robbering, and
Mhm.
what is that and suicide
Mhm.
and so many things. Okay, let me conclude this way. Education is the training of mind and conduct also. Education it cannot be narrowed. It should
Mhm.
not be taken in a narrow sense. Education is broad. It touches every aspects of life, whether
Mhm.
it is health. Okay, that's why there
Mhm.
is health science. Well, whether it is society,
Mhm.
there is social in our coursebook. In the same way, economy, there is mathematics, there is commerce, there's business, there is accountancy, and so many things are there. So many subjects are there, they which touch to every aspects of life. In
Mhm.
case of these crimes, you mean to say, what I see, only those people are involved in such kind of bad
Mhm.
activities or crime activities who are not really or highly trained or educated person. They are confused. They're confused. They don't have any option. So they randomly take steps. And let me see from one by one. If you see that why crime level is increasing, well, when a person is not educated, he or she does not get job, or there is no income of source. They always lack of money, but they cannot control their heart. They want to enjoy like others who did hard work throughout the life and are adjusted or have occupied important seats and are making money, and because they have money, so they are enjoying their life. In one hand, there is a person who did hard work, whose parents sacrifice a lot, and after the hard education, difficult life, suffering, they reach to the top of the post. And because they did hard work, that's why they reach to that stop, that post. And because they are in the on the important parts post, that's why they have good in earning. And because they have good earning, that's why they have enough money. And because they have enough money, that's why they are enjoying. This is one fact. Okay. On the other hand, there was one stupid fellow who never believed in teacher. who was never regular to school, who never listened his parents, who never cared about his status. And what happened? He killed, he wasted his very, very valuable time of his age. And now what happened? He grew up. And now what? Some senses he's got. And then he randomly, suddenly starts to compare with that fellow who did hard work and was on important post. And ultimately what happens? Because this fellow did not read, so did not read, so cannot get education, could not get education because he was not highly educated. That's why he could not go or reach to that post. And because he's not on that post, that's why he has no good source of income. And because he has not good source of income, that's why he does not have money. In one hand, he does not have money. In another hand, he has great ambitions. He wants to ride the car, drive the car. He wants to live in bigger hotels. He wants to boast in the society. Then what will he do? He will try to find out the source, and he will not get the right source of income. So then what will happen? He will choose the another way, the bad practices, the wrong route he will take. And ultimately he will start bravery, and robbery, and in the robbery as well. And he will try to confuse people. He will try to cheat people, and ultimately he will be caught in the bad habits of drinking wine, taking drugs, and for those management he will start doing crime. Whether he has started to beg money and to run away, to cheat other people, corruptions and crimes. So these things, when a man is not highly educated, does not have a good source of income, but he needs money, and for getting that money, for managing that money, he starts doing something wrong. And another reason is that he has a big ambition too. He does not have source, but his ambitions are big. To fulfill those ambitions, he start doing something wrong, and that doing something wrong in a short way is called crime. So whether it is selling drugs or whether it is kidnapping another body. So these are things. So my question, your question gets the answer very easily. Education is related with crime. When a man is not rightly educated in a right way, he start doing something wrong, fulfilling his ambitions, his desires, his needs. This much.
Thank you, sir. We don't have time. Okay, enough time.
Yeah,
And
yes.
this I would like to ask you last question. If it is possible,
Yeah.
you can ask next question also. Okay, and
Yeah.
this question will be last. Okay, we don't have time.
Mhm.
And what are the factors that affect the education of the people or of a person negatively?
Negatively.
Yeah.
You mean to say that how
The factor,
education
yeah, the
that
factor that affect the the education of a
education of a person,
negatively.
negative factors, you want to say
Yeah,
that.
negative. Yeah.
Okay, what happens that when some positive factors and as well negative factors too. Well, for example, in my neighbor there is a boy. He's hardworking. He goes to school. His economic condition is not good.
Poor, yeah.
And I'm a good person. So if I'm positive, I will try to help that person from different ways. In the same way, what happens? There are some activities that show that it is harmful for education. For example, my son is studying. Okay, my son is preparing for tomorrow's examination. SE exam is running. Suppose, I have in the morning to. I think yesterday only I posted one post that SE examination is going to run. Please do not interrupt their education. So when a man knowingly disturbs any other body's education, either by organizing a big program in front of his house, or making or playing a big DJs, or just sitting them or pulling him into the negative atmosphere. For example, a society, a place where drunkards are sitting. I mean, alcohol drunkards are sitting. That place is negative factor for education. It negatively affect a man. In the same way, if there is a group of smokers, they are heavily smoking, a child or education cannot survive there. There, a child or a man cannot get education in that very atmosphere. In the same way, if every time there is some criminal activities, and there is a disturbance, then that also fall in negative aspects of education. So anything that disturbs education that is going on smoothly, that is a negative factor, because it does not let the education be run smoothly. It disturbs financial crisis can also be taken as a negative points, because if we, for higher education, for a perfect education, for a healthy education, you need money too. If there is financial crisis, that is also negative aspects. So what I mean to say here, we have to see that we should always try to make a fruitful environment for a learner. Either he is my son or other son, no matter, we all are from the same society. So these negative drinking, smoking, using drugs, making unnecessary noise, these all are the negative aspects that affect
Okay, sir. Okay, time is already out, sir. Okay, this was for today, sir. Thank you for your wonderful discussion.